Hey guys, welcome back to Cough Country. This is Steve with your cannabis news. I hope you're subscribed. Tell your friends, tell them to subscribe. We got lots of stories coming for you. You're not going to want to miss them. Today, we start over there in Thailand, where they've decriminalized weed. They've recriminalized it. They're going back and forth. They don't know what they want to do. We'll cover that. Then over here in Maine, a couple Chinese nationals have been discovered farming illegal cannabis for Chinese drug cartels, and it's a bigger problem than you might think. And finally, we introduce the weed nuns of Mexico. And all they want to do is take cannabis back from the cartels. I'm about it, right? Guys, all this and more coming to you right now on Cough Country News.
No sticks, no seeds, just news.
From the Cough Country News Desk, it's Steve with your cannabis news.
The fate of cannabis in Asia is hanging in the balance, people. Two forces within the Thai government are waffling back and forth over the plant, and nobody can figure out what they want to do. Now, so Thailand has a long history with ganja. It came over from India way back, and for a long time, northern Thailand, which lies in the Golden Triangle, has been associated with illegal drug trafficking, which includes marijuana. So cannabis as drugs has been a thing for quite some time. But in 2018, Thailand made big moves by legalizing medical cannabis. So at this point, nobody was worrying about CBD or THC. Every patients had full access to the plant, but you did need a doctor's prescription first because cannabis was still a super illegal narcotic. But now Asia, which has crazy strict cannabis laws across the board, in 2022, Thailand blew everybody away by decriminalizing the plant. Now, THC was still a narcotic at this point, but everything else in the plant was fair game. They wanted a new cash crop and to stimulate their economy, and they were pushing it as a homeopathic medicine. And they've been exporting tons of CBD products ever since. And even Japan, who has some of the strictest marijuana laws in the world, has come to them asking about this whole decriminalization thing. But a conservative faction has come to power, and they're going, whoa, 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 this is all causing a lot of problems, and we're not having it. Okay, no one is actually checking for THC, so people are doing whatever they want. Unlicensed smoke shops are just popping up everywhere, and this big weed tourism boom, it's becoming an issue. Even people who want medical cannabis are having trouble avoiding THC out there, so they just want to roll it all back, recriminalize cannabis, rewrite the laws, and bring it back to strict regulation of medical cannabis, clamping down on things like Delta-8 and HHC in the process. But the other side is coming back saying you can't just recriminalize cannabis. Decriminalizing it took it away from the black market, and recriminalizing it will give it right back to them. And it'll turn a lot of people into criminals in the process. And there is going to be a significant resistance against restarting a failed drug war, and overly restricted policies are going to keep people away who want to use it as a legal medicine. And that's going to kill the industry as it is. So for now, nothing is being done. It's leaving cannabis in limbo in Asia. So what do you think? Should Thailand be more restrictive, or should they let the wheel go and just let the industry do its thing? Let me know in the comments below. Guys, we'll be right back in just a minute. You can check out a word from our sponsors, help them out, and we'll have more news for you in just a second. Hey guys, welcome back. In Maine recently, a raid on an illegal cannabis grow revealed the presence of 3 Chinese nationals suspected of running the farm for Chinese drug cartels. 2,600 plants were seized in Maine alongside 100 pounds of processed cannabis, all worth about $3 million on the black market. Now, this all comes as a wave of Chinese-funded illegal grows are being discovered across the country in legal markets everywhere. It's become a real issue. A lot of this funding has ties to huge criminal organizations and even top-ranking government officials in the Chinese government. So China has said go on illegal American cannabis. They're taking advantage of loose immigration laws and disorganized marijuana regulation. Oklahoma itself has found that 30% of its farms are tied to Chinese organizations. And now Maine is experiencing a wave all of its own. It's become such a problem that officials have reached out to the federal government, but of course, they are not lifting a finger to help. Now, down south of the border, we introduced the weed nuns of Mexico. And they are not here to kick any ass, nor are they here to take any names. They just want to heal the world with cannabis medicine, empower women, and take the plant back from the cartel. You know, small goals. Now, these 5 women don the habit every day and gather together to live spiritual lives, work and play, all while running their small business growing hemp and selling CBD products to treat various ailments. Now, they're oftentimes confused with nuns, but they actually have nothing to do with the Catholic religion, or any religion at all for that matter. These women are the Sisters of the Valley. It's an activist organization founded in 2014 that centers around female empowerment, spirituality, and service. They really model themselves more on the Beguines. It's a medieval order of women that gather together much like nuns do, but they had no religious affiliation, no official vows. They were really the first order of nurses that came into being, eventually having a representative in every castle across Europe. But these women, they might gather together and live spiritual, simple lives, but they look to pre-Christian times to find God. They pray to Mother Earth and organize themselves by the lunar cycle. And the only gospel they preach is the healing power of cannabis, and it's their duty to bring that out to the world. The sisters are in 4 countries, and they all wear the same habit in order to respect their order and to acknowledge their commitment. But it's a little bit of a different game in Mexico, where the history of the country steeped heavily in the Christian religion and narco-terrorism. There, the image of a nun smoking a joint is a bit more of a rebellion. And these sisters face higher hurdles than their sisters do in California. And compared to them, their CBD sales are dismal. But they're not just bringing medicine to the people, are they? They're also tackling the stigma that decades of a failed drug war has brought to the plant. They even have to keep their location and names a secret because that would open them up to extortion or violence from the cartel or even the police. So while cannabis has an illegal gray area in the country, a conservative religious faction has kept it tied up in government and effectively squarely in the hands of the narcos. So the sisters believe that full legalization will end years of bloodshed and finally return the medicine to its people. And so, under the threat of violence, they continue to gather and lobby the government and cities to take the plant, marijuana, away from the criminals and make it legal again. They're regularly seen protesting for legalization and throughout the country giving workshops on the plant and CBD infusions. So what do you guys think? Should they just stay safe and stick to doing their medicine? Or are they doing the right thing, putting themselves in danger and protesting prohibition? Let me know in the comments, guys. Folks, thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow Cough Country News. We got new stories for you every day. You don't want to miss it. And come back next time where it's always no sticks, no seeds, just news.